Bear in mind that Yuri does have a whole bunch of veteran freedom guards, which are actually very effective, as you can see by my damage. Hello reformers, and welcome back to Freeman. Now, when we left off, we actually made a bit of a difference in the world, and we took Gorinka from the Brotherhood and eliminated them. And let me just say that it was not exactly close, which is kind of weird. I guess it's because we went away and trained up a whole bunch of units that were actually decent enough to take them on, and we now have 2 towns under our control. Now, as you can see here, Gorinka still has a pretty bad skeleton crew, but it's a lot better than what is currently going on at Minov. But hilariously enough, Minov was actually just under siege, and I decided to come back here and see what I could do about defending against the attacking force. But the attacking force disappeared as soon as I got here. I don't exactly know why that happened, but there was only about 30 of them anyway, so we probably would have been able to defend no problem. But anyway, what I have on our hands right here is a couple of points, and yeah, I actually did do, I think, 1 battle, and we were against about 20 looters or something like that, and I was able to get a whole bunch of kills, and that has resulted in us gaining some additional attributes and things here. Anyway, yeah, I have just improved my leadership there, and I think we're probably going to continue increasing. I think marksmanship is probably going to be pretty important here. I just like to make sure that we have as much amazing accuracy as we can get our hands on, and we're going to continue to level up our machine gun here, as that is a thing that we're going to be using for quite a while. Otherwise, I think we're pretty good with our gear. Our gear has not changed, by the way, since the previous episode, so nothing to worry about there. Anyway, we have a pretty wonderful opportunity on our hands right now. We have 2 generals of the, well, who is it now? The yes, there we go. The Chinivkan Front Rebellion. They are the people that we want to attempt to capture at the very least. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to attack Fyhrr first, and then we'll attack, what's his name? Yuri? Yeah, I think we'll attack Yuri after that. Now let's see what we can do here. Alright, so bear in mind that I have kind of refilled our squads a little bit so that they're a little better than they were before, and obviously I've leveled them up and everything to make sure that they're all very good and you know, feeling fine and all that sort of thing. Alright, so let's make sure that we have a good even spread of things going on here. So we're gonna just take these guys over in this direction, and we're gonna just kind of go for a bit of a flanking action like we did beforehand, because when we did that in the siege, it was fantastic. It really, really worked very, very nicely. We were able to clear the town, well, pretty efficiently. And yeah, we're gonna hopefully be able to do something like that again. And we'll take the bulk of our forces right straight into the middle of them, because, well, we don't really need to worry too much about this particular group. There's only 20 of them. We outnumber them severely, so it's not really necessary for us to use anything too in-depth. And we're going to try our very best not to lose anyone, because that's obviously one of the things we have to bear in mind here. Even 1 unit can turn the tide by throwing a grenade or using a grenade launcher or an RPG or something along those lines. And yeah, hopefully we're not going to come across any of those. But if we do, then, well, so be it. I'll take the consequences of that. I don't really mind losing 1 or 2 units here and there, because that's just the cost of these kinds of games. It happens all the time in Mount and Blade, for example. You know, it happens all the time in games like Total War and any strategy game, really. You're just going to lose units no matter what you do. And yeah, I mean, obviously, if you are a perfectionist, then I think you're probably going to spend quite a lot of time deliberating over various maneuvers, and I don't have the time. I don't have the time to do that. We're gonna win this no matter what I do, really, I think, because my units are very, very powerful as it is, and we're not really, yeah, I mean, we've got grenade launchers on our side as well for the most part. That guy's already dead. Yeah, we don't really need to worry about him anymore, do we? But yeah, we're gonna just be very, very careful here. I don't really want to die, if at all possible, so we're just going to try and do our very own thing here. And we'll see. I think, have we already lost some people? Or did I just field 43 on the battlefield at the moment? Wow, okay. So there's actually a couple of people shooting at me right now. I think they're shooting at me from over here. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a freedom sniper of some kind. Nope, never mind. Okay, never mind. We were absolute beasts right there. I did not much. I killed, I think, 2 or something like that, but we are getting a very, very nice amount of loot here. Very nice to see that. I'm gonna save a little bit of... Oh, I actually have a lot of space, so I might as well just take as much as I can get my hands on. And yeah, amusingly enough, I've had to travel to, I think, 3 different towns to be able to sell the loot that I gained from previous battles. So if that gives you an idea as to how much money I was able to make, then, well, hopefully it does. Anyway, as you can see right here, we have Fyhrr available to join us. And if she can join us, she's going to be a beast. We're going to try and outfit her in the best possible stuff. Very similar to Anna in that regard. And we'll see what we can do. So I'm actually just going to imprison all at the moment. Actually, you know what? Let's just persuade these guys to join us right away because they all have compliance 100. And then we'll imprison the rest. And then we'll go on from there. Hopefully we'll be able to persuade them. Let's just make sure that we're going to level these guys up. We're going to level these into sharpshooters as much as possible. We actually have another Posner unit right there and another cadet to add to this squad, which is pretty fantastic. Now, we have a little bit of a mix and match here, but just because I needed to have bodies on the battlefield, so I decided to place a couple of the Brotherhood units that we captured from the previous siege in with Anna here. And while that may not be the greatest solution, it was kind of the only thing I could do at the time. And it was, I think it actually works pretty well considering. But anyway, let's level these guys up. Ooh, yeah, we're gonna get a whole bunch of Spec Ops now. Very nice to see those guys. And I guess we'll just place a couple of these guys in here because they're gonna level up at some point, and then we'll split them off and we'll put them somewhere else. You know, but for now, it's a good idea to just get a whole bunch of people where we want them to be. And let's see if I can try and persuade Fyhrr to join us. I'm gonna execute this guy, I think, actually. Because that is going to raise Fyrr's compliance quite a bit. And I think we're actually gonna execute this guy as well because we really, really want her to join us. Oof, I was really, really worried there for a second. I was really, really worried. Okay, so she has now joined us, which is fantastic. So where are we going to put her? Well, I don't exactly know. Maybe we should put her with a bunch of Spec Ops ARF guys. That sounds like a pretty good idea to me. So let's put her in Prometheus squad. And speaking of that, we do need to change her icon to make sure that I know exactly where she is. Similar to how we know where Anna is. If I can actually find her icon. Does she have an icon? It seems like she does not have an icon unless I'm completely missing it. I don't think so. Oh, there it is. It's all the way at the bottom. Alright, so there you go. At least now we have another hero unit, and that is fantastic. Alright, so we're going to give her the flak vest because it is actually very good. I think that's actually what Anna is wearing at the moment. Let's give her a helmet. That's obviously much better than what she was using. An AK-74M is going to be her weapon at the moment. And she's also got some new pants. No new boots just yet, but we can give her an iron mask. No new gloves, and she can wear a new chest piece. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Alright, so let's just place these two over here just to fill out our army. As you can see, we have a party size of 59 to 60 now. And I don't know whether you see, but we have Yuri on the side here, and I think, are we gonna go in for another potential capture? That might make sense. Even though, what? Why would that one unit decide to attack? Oh, they can gang up like that? I had no idea that the bandits could gang up like that on the NPCs. That's actually kinda good for me. So I guess I'm just gonna wait around and I guess we'll see whether he gets defeated, I guess? Alright, so it seems like Yuri has finally exited his battle and he has lost 5 units. So I guess this is as good a time as any to head in against him and see if we can win. Bear in mind that in a previous season we were actually able to capture Yuri, but for the most part most of his faction was already kind of dilapidated and it was pretty easy to capture him. However, this is obviously not as easy, so let's see exactly how we're going to do this. I'm going to actually spawn everyone but Thor squad in here, or as many as I can get, because Thor currently has 4 out of 5. One of them just wasn't prepared for the battle, unfortunately, even though I was actually waiting around, and I did wait in a hotel for a little bit of time, so I was hopeful that that might make a little bit of difference. Anyway, what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to send my 2 specialist parties with our companions around the side here. We're going to send them all the way around there. And I don't really want them to stand next to each other, so I'm going to try and spread them out a little bit. There we go. Okay, something like that. And then we're going to send these guys down the center. Going to put them around this little rock over there, and then we'll send these fellows over in this direction, and we'll see if that is going to be relatively good. I mean, I think it should be fine, because that's the thing. Usually I'm not a big fan of splitting units up, because that generally tends to make them, on the whole, a little weaker, because unless you're gonna have some amazing flank action and you're 100% sure that the units of the enemy are actually in a particular positioning, you're not really gonna get that many good results from it. However, considering our companions are gonna go around the side here, I have a good deal of faith, perhaps, in them, and a bit of confidence in them that they'll be able to draw some of the enemy away from us, and that will then enable us to counterflank on the other side. Or at least, that's the plan. So we'll see if that actually happens. Obviously, you know, tactics in Freeman at the moment are quite basic for the most part, but as you can see, we are already coming across a couple of people, and this is actually not too bad. I am actually getting a bit shot here, which is obviously not very nice, but, well, we'll deal with it for the moment. Oh, they're going behind the rock over there. Yeah, I do need to get a little bit closer. Bear in mind that this is a machine gun. It's obviously not going to be extremely accurate from long range, even though I do make it work sometimes. But yeah, this is... We're going to actually tell these people to stand here, because these guys are sharpshooters. Let's actually tell everyone to slow down a little bit here. Don't really want to continue moving into enemy fire, if you know what I mean. That would probably not be the greatest thing to do. Bear in mind that Yuri does have a whole bunch of veteran freedom guards, which are actually very effective, as you can see by my damage. Me taking this damage is very, very much an indicator of what's going on here. Okay, so let's tell our companions to come in from the side now. Seems like a good a time as any, I guess. And there's a couple of people coming in from our flank over here. Ow. Just gonna try and heal myself before I get potentially murdered, but you can see already that by the unit counts in the top left, we are already gaining a significant advantage, and I suppose that's literally just because we were a little bit more spread out, perhaps. Obviously, flanking actions are not really going to happen in open warfare that much, so it's really just a case of whether the enemy wants to allow us to do that, really, most of the time. And I mean, yeah, you know, there are some enemies that will just kind of stand there. I don't exactly know how I'm getting shot immediately upon standing up. I don't see any fire coming towards me, and then as soon as I stand up, it's boom, headshot kind of time. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get a little closer to the opponent. Maybe. We are losing a couple of people here, but that, again, that is to be expected. We're going to move our people a little bit up now. I'm going to leave those sharpshooters where they are, and we'll just move these people. Ah, there we go. That's where most of our people are now. So, yeah. Oh, yes. I did actually forget to upgrade Fyhrr, so we're going to have to do that when we get out onto the party screen, because that's obviously going to make a huge difference to her HP, to her accuracy, to all that wonderful stuff. So, yeah, we're probably going to try and do that after this. Only 6 enemies remaining, and I have no idea where they are. Apparently they're being pinned down very effectively, so it's nothing that I really need to worry about. It's kind of amusing, really. When your units are very high tier, you really don't do that much, whereas in the beginning of the game, when you're first starting off, you know, and you just have a couple of recruits and everything, you're kind of not expected, but you kind of have a little bit of an obligation to do well, because if you don't, then your units might end up losing a fight, and then things are going to go south very, very quickly. But it's kind of nice to actually see that our forces are holding their own very efficiently most of the time nowadays. Oh, well, never mind. Didn't kill... I didn't kill him, but Anna did. Anna did. So yeah, Anna is actually using a very, very good weapon at the moment, so obviously that's the reason why she's so effective. But we're getting a couple of extra flak vests right here, another Kevlar combat helmet, and a couple of other things that are actually really amazing to sell. And a little bit of cash as well, and we'll take that ammo as well. Okay, so there we go. We have Yuri available now, so I'm gonna persuade all of these guys. Whoa. Oh my. Wow. All of these guys actually are joining us for nothing? That is... What? There's so many of them. Okay, so let's actually just imprison everyone. And I really wish I had leveled up. Did I level up? No, I didn't level up. Oh, that is super sad now, because I thought to myself, yes, if I leveled up, then, maybe I can actually get an additional point in leadership now, because we certainly need it. We are currently running with a very, very large army, which is kind of unheard of for me. I haven't really run with such a large army in such a long time. So it's kind of interesting. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so we are getting a full squad of sharpshooters leveled up and ready to go. Getting one of these bandits leveled up. Couple of other sharpshooters, well, one of them at least, and we are getting some ARF Marines, and Fyhrr needs to get upgraded, so let's do that. There we go, she's maxed out, and did we get some boots? Yes, we got some boots for her, very nice. And I think we could actually, yeah, I think we have a better helm for her now as well. Kevlar combat helmet, there we go, nice. Alright, I think we're doing pretty well now, and is this an FCA guy? No, it's a Posner, ARF Spec Ops guy. Okay, I think we're gonna have to place these ARF Marines in here to complement the FCA Grenadiers a little bit. And we do have a bunch of Posner here as well, so I guess I can put a Posner Cadet here, and I guess an ARF guy? I mean, it's not really that good to put him in there, but I guess we'll just have to roll with it for the moment. And yeah, we actually did take Yuri prisoner, so it is just a case of me persuading him to join us, but obviously I don't have any space at the moment, so it's kind of not good. But yeah, anyway, I actually have a very small amount of food, and that means that we should probably retreat for the moment. We've done very, very good work at the moment, and that means all of the generals of the Chernivtsi Front Rebellion have been eliminated and removed from play, basically. So that means that we will be able to have free reign around that territory now, and we don't have to worry about any of those generals attacking us. And I'm actually thinking of giving this Katov assault rifle to Fyhrr and maybe Yuri as well. So actually, let's just keep these 2 Katovs, and we're going to sell the AK-74s. Wow. They sell for such a huge amount of money that it's very difficult for us to even get money from the merchants anymore, because they just don't have enough. Anyway, let's move on to the equipment trader here, and it's the same story here as well. Let's actually, you know what? Let's buy some gloves. Let's buy some gloves for both of them, because they're going to need gloves after all. And maybe we want to buy them some of this. That would actually make quite a bit of sense. Yeah, okay. What we're going to do is we're going to buy 2 assault armors here. And we're going to buy 1 helmet for Yuri, I think. There we go. 14,000 that's going to cost. Well, not on my watch. Well, okay, let's have a see whether this actually works. I would hope that it actually does. We're going to keep none of the flak vests because we're going to replace them with the assault armor vests, so that's pretty good. Otherwise, we can... I'm going to give this to Yuri, I think, because we already have a face mask for Vera, so nothing to worry about there. And we can sell most of this. Look at that, down to 4,000 cost. That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Okay, there we go. So that's what we're going to do. We're just going to pay 4,000, and we just gained entire outfits for them, basically. So that's really, really cool. Now, I'd like to buy a truck, but I don't think I have enough money for that at the moment. I mean, yes, you know, I have 16,000, but I feel like it's just not enough just yet. Maybe if we have maybe double that, I might be inclined to buy a couple of vehicles. Anyway, let's take the AK-74M off, give her the Katov or Katov or whatever, and then we're going to give her a new... We're going to give her the Assault Armor Forest Camo, and she can also use these gloves. There we go. That's fantastic. That's really, really nice. And I think Anna also has very good stuff on, so there's not really any need for me to worry about her. No, I don't need to worry about her. But I actually noticed that this piece of armor right here has 3 more protection than the other one. So I'm just going to swap ours out and, you know, give that to Yuri when he joins our ranks. And so that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.